Hey, welcome to the complete Facebook ads tutorial. In this video, I'll walk you through step by step on how you can set up and launch a profitable Facebook ads campaign in 2024 and even beyond 2024. So let's get started. I will be using this particular product as a case study. I love using something tangible, something real as a case study. So this is what we'll be using, an electric juicer, right? That's what we'll be using, and we'll be leveraging on AI. So I've been teaching Facebook ads for over 4 years now. I've been teaching Facebook ads. Now I've developed so many frameworks and models. So I've put together all of these things into an AI assistant tool for you. So you don't necessarily need to even know about Facebook ads, but then just use the tool. It will help you with all tasks that you have, and I will show you how to do that in this video. Now, just before we continue, all ChatGPT free users can now use browse, vision, data analysis, file upload, and GPTs. So the AI assistant is a GPT that I'll be sharing with you. I created it, but then I'll be sharing with you to use. All right, so let's get started. So the first thing you want to do is put together all of your ads assets, your ad copy, your ad creative, and the likes, which I will show you how you can do. Then you can now set up the campaign. That is usually the easiest part of the whole thing. So first thing is, make sure you have an account, a ChatGPT account. Very easy to create. So once you do, find a way to navigate to this GPT. So I will show you 2 ways to access it. So just search Meta Ads Personal Assistant, just as the name sounds, right? Your personal assistant to help you, guide you in setting up your Facebook ads campaign and to ensure your campaign is profitable. Just come here and search Meta Ads Personal Assistant, or go to this link at delicatesamuel.com/MAPA, the link on this screen. Go there and it will redirect you to Meta Ads Assistant. All right, so the reason why you have 70 plus conversation is because I have been using it before I made it public. There is a client we are currently working with in our agency. They are actually a US based health company. They are trying to introduce their product to Nigerian market. Before now, I would probably not take on that project because health related product is kind of stressful, right, when it comes to Facebook ads. But I actually took on that project because I have an AI assistant that can help me navigate anything regarding Facebook ads, and I will show you how you can do the same. All right, so the first thing I want to show you is what this Meta assistant can actually help you do. So we'll use this keyword or command /help. So these are some commands that you can use. So you can see it can help with campaign strategy. So you can consult it regarding budgeting, objective, bidding, placement, stuff like that. You can ask any question on Facebook ads and also Instagram ads. It can also help you craft a persuasive ad copy, not just persuasive but also compliant. It can also help you with targeting audience recommendation. This is very, very important. Also, creatives idea for your campaign can suggest ad creative background. I'll show you some of these things in this particular video. And you can also check if your ad copy or even your ad creative, your image creative, if it is compliant with Facebook ads policy or not. Because when it comes to meta advertising or Facebook advertising, you don't want to joke with their policy. Very, very crucial. And the last one here is performance analysis and optimization. So you can use it to analyze your campaign metrics, to understand the metrics, the campaign, identify bottlenecks, and how you can optimize the campaign itself. So here is the thing, this particular last use case that I mentioned, I'm considering creating a different tutorial on that, but then we'll focus on other aspects. All right, so let's get started with the first one. Basically, it will ask you for some info or details regarding the ad copy or ad campaign you are working on. Now, this particular assistant, MAPA, is not limited to just e-commerce product or e-commerce merchant. You can use it for digital product, digital services. But as I've said, this video, I'll just focus on e-commerce related product, more like a continuation of the previous video I did. So that previous video was how you can use AI to craft the sales copy for your e-commerce dropshipping or direct to market product. Direct to consumer product. This was the video. I would advise you go check it out. I'll put the link in the description. All right, now of course you can just type in the details if it is a digital product or digital service or lead gen campaign, webinar, whatever. You can just type in the details. You don't necessarily need to put all of these things. Is asking target audience, don't worry about that. Just put some details to give it context, right? But then, since we already have an assistant, right, we have the e-com copycraft. I'll not be going because I've covered that in details. So you can use this to gather the details or info regarding the product. Of course, if you watch the previous video, I would advise you go watch that video, especially if you are into e-commerce or you are a marketer, right? So I said the product we'll be using here is the portable electric juicer, right? So it will ask you some questions, follow the sequence, and the product and the brand. Then it will help you make research on the internet and gather all of this insight, pinpoint desires, highlight I'm not going through all of this again just to avoid making this tutorial too long. So this is what you just need to copy and paste in the other. So once it helps you with this, then just use this simple prompt. Now provide comprehensive details of the product, incorporate all the insight, so you just make it more coherent, right? So that is what you provide MAPA. So I'll just remove this part and this part. So it will use, I already trained MAPA on various copywriting framework, especially if you are into e-commerce. I use my own personal Facebook ads copywriting framework. So when it comes to e-commerce or physical product, I love punchy, short and compelling ad copy. So it is using that particular framework right now. So what MAPA will help you do is you craft nothing less than 3 ad copy. You can see, so we have 5, but then very short. It has a framework that it uses. Okay, tired of the hassle of traditional juicer made blah blah blah. So that was one angle. Love fresh juice but hate the mess. So there's a framework behind all of this stuff. Juicing made easy with, so you have access to as many as possible. Say goodbye to messy juicing. Fresh juice, no fools. Then you can see, so you can just copy any of them. So we'll be using one of that. Now the next thing I would want to do now is I'll ask it to suggest targeting options for ad campaign. So let's see. Now here is the thing. Personally, I prefer using zero-based or broad targeting for e-commerce product. But as I've said, MAPA or Meta Ads Personal Assistant is not limited to only e-commerce product, right? So you can use for digital product and digital services. So I'm just trying to show you that, okay, these are other things you can also do. So you can see it's telling me, okay, interest-based targeting. I can target healthy eating, fitness and wellness. So just kind of enter some of these keywords in the detailed targeting section of your Facebook ads. You can see frequent travelers, yes, online shoppers. These are behavioral targeting. Mobile device users, engaged shoppers, frequent buyers of health products. You can see even advanced targeting strategies, lookalike audiences, custom audiences, seasonal campaigns during specific times like New Year. This is perfect for health resolution. Just like it's new when we sold this particular product, it was during New Year, like during festive season, December to New Year, and this was the angle we used. We explored this angle for New Year resolution. You want to eat healthy and all of that. You can see, and also summer. So if you're outside Nigeria, you will know this is we are currently in spring. I'm in Poland. We are currently in spring, but we are entering summer very soon. So this will also make more sense, because summer is sunny, right? So we need something cool, you can see. So I'm just trying to show you some of the things you can do. Okay, so just before we continue, let me also share this. MAPA has some short commands that can help you easily navigate the MAPA assistant or the assistant. So I'll just ask it to command. So the essence of this command is, instead of typing some long form prompt, you don't need to do that. Just use some of these commands. So let me also say this, you don't necessarily need to do all of this the way I'm using a guided instruction, right? Feel free to explore the MAPA assistant. I'm just doing all of this because it is the first time I'm introducing you to it. So I'm trying to show you what it can do and what it cannot do. Now the next thing, when you have your copy, you have your targeting options. Now the next thing, of course, is your creatives. When we say creatives, when it comes to advert, it could be an image creative, it could be a video creative. So another thing you can use MAPA for is to get ideas regarding the creative, either image or video. Okay, so let's get some ideas of creatives that we can use. So just use this short command / creative. Oh, sorry, not this. Creative ideas. Great, let's brainstorm some creative ideas. Okay, so let's look at the ideas it's sharing with us. You can see creative idea 1, juice anywhere, anytime. Description: show a split screen video with one app. So I cannot read everything, so it will give you the idea, the purpose, visual element, and even text overlay, so if there is need to have any text. Juice anywhere, anytime with no, and get yours, something like that. This is also another video. This is a GIF or short video. This is a series of images showing the juicer being used in various travel scenarios: at the beach, on a picnic, during a road trip. Each image shows the juicer in use. So now you have ideas. Now text overlay, your perfect travel companion, and also fresh juice on the go. Now LD lifestyle, a carousel ad featuring multiple images of the juicer combined with health tips and benefits of fruit juice. Each image focuses on, so I don't want to read all of this. Text overlay boosts your health and easy fresh. So you can see now you have ideas of the creatives you can use. So you can just copy this. If you have your designer, copy it and send to your designer. Now let me just remind you again, this is not limited to just e-commerce. If it is digital product, it will also give you ideas of creatives. Now once we have the idea, the next thing is to now bring the ideas to life. Now let me just share with you how you can actually use AI for your creative. So I will just make this very brief, even though it's all to be another entire video tutorial. So you just say creative BG. So let me share a workflow that I use. Don't forget, you can ask it to give you the command. So the more you use MAPA, and let me say this, I'm not seeing any of your conversation, right? So the more you use MAPA, the more you would remember some of this command. Creative ideas, creative BG, that is to get ideas of background and also the description. So it will ask you to upload an image. So just upload one image of the product itself, the product image. So it will help you analyze the image and extract some insight from its analysis, just to suggest more background ideas. I'll share with you how this can be done. This particular step that I'm sharing with you is specifically for e-commerce or physical products. Now why this is kind of very important is you can ask AI to just generate any kind of image. Even if you tell it a fruit juicer, it will still generate a fruit juicer for you. But then, if you are selling a particular product, you don't want your customer to have an experience of what I order is not what I got, right? So you want to ensure the creative is the same right? Like the product on the creative is same as what you are selling. So that is why it is kind of tricky using AI for e-commerce pro. So there is a step-by-step method to doing this. There are some tools that can help you, but then let me show you how you can also use AI to do this. So here is the background. We get the background concept. That's the first thing. So it will suggest like 5 of them for you. The next one here is generate creative. So this can now help you generate. It will transform some of these descriptions, right? Some of this description, it will transform it into a text to image prompt, generative prompt to generate the image art creative. And let me say this is specific to image art creative for e-commerce. You can also ask it to help you write the video art script if you are using video, but let me just focus on this. And guys, keep watching. We'll still set up the campaign, but these are the things you need to do first. You need to make sure all of these things are available. Okay, so you can just tell it to generate one of the image, but I'll just use the short command again. I just want to make everything soft for you guys. Okay, so now we have an image generated, but of course it is very obvious this is a product, but you can see what I'm trying to say. This is what it assumed because it does not have the capability, and I believe ChatGPT will soon have the capability very soon. So just assume it is not possible at the moment. Once it is possible, it will be available on MAPA. But then okay, let's just tell it to generate the next one from the background ideas and concepts above. Okay, so this is another one. So you can just tell it to generate for the next one. So keep generating, and you'll be good to go. But then I'll just use these two as a case study to explain what I want to explain. So I want you to go to Canva. Now I'm just assuming you use Canva. If not, I think most of you do, but go to canva.com and let me show you what you can do with Canva. Now you can decide to just outsource this to your designer, but this I can do it yourself. So I will say Facebook ad feed. Yeah, use this 108 1080 by 1080. If you are part of the newly launched AI tribe, where I share weekly newsletter called the AI Edge, if you are part of that list, I shared this particular news regarding Canva Create event and some of the AI tools that Canva is introducing, and I shared some other bunch of stuff happening in the world of AI. So if you are here to join the newsletter, I would advise you to go to adelikesimon.com/AI-tribe. I share weekly stuff. If you want to stay updated with everything happening in the world of AI, then go subscribe to that newsletter. All right, so now this is what you do. Let's upload the images. Now I think it's very important I say this. Now AI most times won't give you exactly what you want, especially when it comes to image generation. So you need multiple iterations before you actually get what you are looking for. But I cannot afford to do that because this is a tutorial. So try as many times as possible until it gives you what you are looking for. All right, so let me show you what I intend to show you. So one of the AI tools by Canva is this magic grab. So click on the image, then click on edit image, and you select this magic grab. I think it is a pro feature anyway. Now you can just grab an object that you want to remove. So I've grabbed this particular juicer, so let's see. Then I'll click on grab, so it will help us remove it. Let's see the magic. Now it has selected the object. Now I can just click on delete. You can see it is not longer there, although there are some traces, right? But I think that should not be an issue. All right, so that is the first step. Now the second step is this. Now let me show you. We are also using Canva AI. So this is the product. This is the main product itself. So you want to do something here. So go to edit image again and remove background. I've been using Canva for over 6 years. There was a time I have a tutorial on Canva, but it is an old tutorial, very old something. Okay, so once you remove the background, then go to edit image again, and we'll now use this magic eraser. Now with this, you can also erase some specific images. You can see how useful these tools are. Now it might not be that perfect, but I want to make sure you get the idea. We do this for all of our campaigns now, especially e-commerce product, and even for my clients. When you understand the process, it's not be work. It is very easy and interesting to do. Okay, then you click on erase. So let's just erase. Oh, you can also see there is click. I don't know why I did not use the click anyway, but then you get the idea, right? All right, now that we have removed the stuff, now we can now go back here and just paste. Now, as I've said, we need multiple iterations before you get something perfect. But then I just want to show you that it is possible, right? It is possible. It does not make too much sense, but then it is still possible. Okay, let's assume we are using this. I'm just sharing the idea with you guys. Let's repeat the same thing for this. So first step, select the image and use this magic grab. Then let's select this. Now delete, just press delete on your keyboard. You can see it totally removed it. You can see. Now I'll just copy this image. Of course, the image itself is not perfect, but then I just hope you get the idea of what I'm trying to do. So you see, we have something that you can use. So take your time to do multiple iterations until you have what you're looking for, and of course use a quality product image. But then I just want to show you something that is possible. Now this is another one as well, but then I cannot just do all of this stuff. You can see this is another one. I think this even makes more sense. So in case you are wondering if this kind of images will work, yes, it does, especially if you are in the beauty space. I would have loved to show you some examples of creatives that I've done like this, but then I'll be exposing my products, I'll be exposing my clients' products, which I cannot do, of course. But then there are some mind-blowing creatives that we're able to do following this workflow, and they are converting. That's just the truth. Meanwhile, there is another workflow that I use, another tool that I use, which is the Adobe Firefly. This is not the first time I'm talking about this tool on this channel. I've talked about it many times. So let me just show you. I'll just show you what you can do, right? Okay, so let's just upload this. Now that's the first step. The next thing you do is click select background. Now remember all of those background concepts that it helped you develop. So we'll just use some of them. So we'll just try it out. As I've said, you need to try multiple iterations to get the best results. If you are selling beauty related products like serums or health related products like supplements, this works well, because I can tell you this for a fact. I play in the beauty niche and my client play in the health niche, so I've used this. So you can see this is not perfect, but try multiple prompts, try multiple iterations. You can use this more until you get what you are looking for. So once you have done that, don't forget creative is very, very important when it comes to your Facebook ads. So you don't want just one, you want as many creatives that you can get. You can see, so this is just one idea, right? Let's look at another idea. Let's see background. So you can keep if you want, but then I'll just remove this and paste, generate. Is as easy as that. Power will help you come up with the concept, then use these tools to bring them to life. Easy peasy. So I've shown you two methods, and I will say again, it is not always perfect. It is not always perfect, but then when you get something solid, make sure you have quality image and also the prompts are good. So I'll just choose the one we have from Canva. But just play with this, guys, play with it, or outsource to a designer, and you are good to go. Now if you are not selling commerce products, just leave this. You don't need to worry about this. So let's assume we are done. I'll export some of this, and let's move into the Facebook Ads Manager itself, where we will now put together everything you have created: our ads copy, our targeting, our creatives. Then we'll set up the advert and launch thing. If all of this looks kind of tedious for you, but of course you need creatives, you can check out Viral Ecom Ads. These guys will help you create your ads creative, whether it is image or video. They will help you with that. You can see, so they have various plans. So just come. I've talked about Viral Ecom Ads multiple times, even if it is UGC or just a normal promotional video content or ad creatives, they can help you with that. So just come to adelikeshine.com/VEA. They will give you 10% discount if you use that link. That is my own referral link. But then if you know some of these guys, these are heavy hitters in the e-commerce space. So come check them out. We have done some businesses for some of my clients in the US. So come check them out, and I'm sure you won't regret. All right, so now let's move into Facebook ads itself. Okay, so the next phase is for us to set up our ad campaign. So I want to assume you already have an account, but of course if you do not, go to your Facebook, then navigate to Ads Manager. Of course we cannot be covering all of these steps. That is why if you want a step-by-step lesson, video lessons, try to get a course or join a community. And I still have the best Facebook ads course and community that you can join. Go to adelikeshine.com/Facebook-ads. But then if you just want to have additional knowledge, then let's continue. Click on create. Now there are different objectives, campaign objectives, but in this case, since you are selling a product, right, we'll use sales. Okay, so I'll just use this sales, and we'll continue. Okay, we'll use manual sales campaign, and continue as well, depending on what you are doing. All right, so portable electric juicer. I love giving my campaigns short names. June, let's say June 1, because tomorrow is June 1st or 1st of June. All right, then leave every other thing and go to the ad set. So this is the campaign level, and then we have ad set level. Zero based targeting, right? Ad set 1. You can decide to name it anyhow you want. So I'll select website depending on where you are sending people to. If it is WhatsApp, Instagram, select that. Select messaging apps. Of course, you also want to ensure you have installed Pixel, but I just want to assume you have done some of these things. Okay, leave every other thing the way it is. Select your pixel, and your budget. So depending on the kind of account you are using, your currency and location when you are setting up your account also matters, right? So yeah, I'll just put, let's say 5,000 naira. If you are using dollar account, yours could be $10, right? And start date. Select, I love scheduling my advert for the next day, mostly 4 a.m. in the morning. You can do what you want to do, of course. Okay, and budget scheduling not necessary yet. Audience control, I'll talk about this later. Now location, depending on where you are targeting, just enter that here. I'll leave it the way it is. Now by default, Facebook is trying to tell you to use Advantage plus Audience. Okay, so I'll just click on switch to using original audience. And age, MAPA suggested we use from 30, I think 30 to, let's say 30 to 50. Of course, gender, I should be all gender. Now placement, unless I'm doing retargeting adverts or running different kind of campaign, I prefer using manual placement. Devices, I also prefer using just mobile. Meanwhile, go check my retargeting advert tutorial that I did. That will give you insights into placement. So placement is just where Facebook will show your advert. So do you want them to show it on Instagram, Facebook? Sometimes I use Instagram and Facebook for digital products, some digital products, but in this case I'll just use Facebook only. Now at the end of the day, you have just Facebook feed. Meanwhile, let me say something here. Now we are not using any interest or behavioral targeting here, but then if you are, just enter it here. So let's say physical fitness. Let's assume we want to use that. You can see, so you can decide to select some of the suggestions that MAPA gave you here. I use interest-based targeting for digital products and digital services, not for e-commerce products. Okay, now that we have this, then you go to the ads level, which is the last level here. Okay, so I'll just leave it at Afrobeat. Of course, you need a Facebook page to run advert. So everything we have created using MAPA, this is where we now use it. So this ad is the physical aspect of your advert. You see, the second level, which is the ad set, is like the software, the soft part, not visible. That's where you tell Facebook, this is what I want. This is where I wanted to show my advert. This is how much I want to spend daily. That is where you specify all of those stuff. But this is the physical part of your advert. Now you can decide to use multi-advertiser ads if you want, but I would advise you test some of these things. Test them before you conclude. I personally don't use it at the moment. Okay, so let's upload. You can decide to turn off some of these enhancements. Add image templates. I would say, I want to be very transparent here. I see many adverts like this. They turn it on. Why that is good, personal preference now, I don't like it. Because once I've set my campaign, I just want it to be like that. So that I can, especially if you're in a testing phase, you want to know what is working, why it worked. You understand? So that's why some of these enhancements, all this optimization, I prefer to just turn them off. Like this are just virtuals. This just touch-ups. But you see stuff like this, because you'll not be able to ascertain why something worked and why other stuff you tried did not work. Okay, and nah, I don't want this. I hate this in particular. So every other thing, highlight, comment, that's okay. I'll just click on done. Now you see that ad copy that we crafted earlier, this is where you put it, where you have this primary text. So let me just pick okay. So now here's the thing. Facebook will also come up with, now they are actually using AI. You can see they already integrated AI, so it will help you come up with different variations as well. If you want, you can decide to add these variations to your copy. But as I've said, if I'm testing, I don't want no assistance, right? Now for the headline, you can decide to use anything that you like. You can use stuff like, so I can say LD juice on the go. Now the call to action, I would select shop now, depending on what you are trying to do, right? And website, I'll just put this. Let's say this is our website URL, but of course put the right one there. Now you can see this is our advert. Meanwhile, for the headline, you can decide to put your offer. So if you have an offer, let me cancel. You can say enjoy 30% discount, 30% discount plus free delivery today. You see? And guys, you have it. Meanwhile, let me say something here. Meanwhile, if you have a video, you can use your video, but don't forget, don't just launch with one advert. Launch with multiple. Test, especially if this is a new campaign. So if you have a video, you can use those images we generated as thumbnails. Meanwhile, this Afrobeat is just a demo page, just to demo this particular stuff. Make sure it is your business page that is there, that you selected rather. Now we have our advert set up, so you can now decide to, let's say I want to duplicate this 2 more times. So let's say I want to duplicate this 2 more times. So I'll just click on duplicate, and just don't worry about all of these notices, they are just notice. So I'll put this to be 2, then I'll duplicate. Now this is the first ad set duplicate, so I'll make this 2. Anyways, depending on your budget and your launch strategy. So if you do not have that much, you can have all of the ads under one ad set. But if you want to explore, you can have your ads in separate ad set, as I've said, depending on your launch strategy and your budget. So I'll just change this image to something else. So just remove this particular one, then we can add a new one. Turn off all of those optimizations like I showed you in the previous one, and click on done. Then you have the second advert. So just do that for as many adverts that you have. So let me just so we have add 2, add 1, then and do for the last one as well, and you launch your campaign. Trust me, if everything is done correctly, just sit back and start catching out and getting orders. That is it, guys. But then you still need to know how to test, optimize your campaign and all of that. As I've said, if you want a step-by-step tutorial, go get my course. And if you also want a community, the course also gives you access, exclusive access to a community of learners, Facebook advertisers. You also have access, direct access to me. You can ask me questions, I would assist you the best way I can. Meanwhile, guys, I think I talked about the AI tribe already. Make sure you join. I'll put a link in the description. Meanwhile, just this week we're about to finish, 3 people contacted me asking if I have a course or a program on how to research odd products. I've been doing odd product recommendation on my channel, but people are now asking me for courses. The truth is, I do not have a course, and my one-on-one session is $100 for 2 hours. Now, these 3 people that contacted me, after telling them my price, just 2 of them we had a session. The last person did not, which I understand, which is okay. But I'm considering the fact that if 3 people can contact me within a week, it means some other people might have interest. So if you're interested, I'm considering, listen, I've not decided yet, but I'm considering hosting a live class, not on my YouTube channel, of course, a paid live class on the 12th of June. I'm considering. So if you're interested, send me a DM on Instagram. If I get many interest, I will send you details over there. So send me a DM on Instagram. If there are many interests, then I'll share my secret sauce and strategies that I use to source for odd products. If you also want to import this product from China, I will give you access to my procurement agent and to my shipping agent. My procurement agent in China will help you source for the product, and my shipping agent will also help you bring it to your country, especially if you're in Nigeria. So anyways, you have access to the secret sauce to get exclusive products that sells, hot selling products, and how you can also import them to your country. So this is what I'll be offering, and some other some other add-on bonuses, some of my secret tools to get instant creative, art creatives, video art creative. I'm considering that. Just let me know if you're interested and we would make it happen. Anyways, now you have access to a tutorial on how you can craft the sales copy for your product and even run advert for your product. What is left is the product itself. But then if you have a product, fine. If you do not, then let me know if you're interested in that particular live program. It will be just a weekend stuff, not a course. And if I eventually do this, it will be double the amount that people that joined live paid. So that will be all for now.